Hey, yo, what's good, Josh? Your boy Faded 2 Games here. Welcome back to another Warframe video. Now, today, we're here to talk about Limbo Prime and this new build that I have just been enjoying. I know you guys have seen the Sevagoth map nukes. I know you guys have seen the Saren map nukes, the Cyto 9 map nukes. Well, I'm here to bring you guys the Limbo room nuke. Not map, it's not really, can't really nuke a map with Limbo, I think. At least not to the extent that I'd like, but we do nuke rooms, which is insane because this build we utilize the handy dandy thermal sunder ability with thermal, what is it, infusion? Thermal infusion? What? Well, the thermal sunder augment, I can't think of the name right now, so ignore that. We're not going to talk about that. But we throw it on Limbo just to see what we can do. And man, oh man, do I say it is insane. We can completely incapacitate enemies. We get 2 insane buffs at the same time. But if you guys just know to the game for the first time, would like to see more Warframe content like this, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for your boy, because it's better get good, baby. Alright guys, first things first, let's go ahead and jump into the abilities of Limbo, the man with the plan, the spectral dimension jumper. Okay, yeah. Dodge to enter and exit the rift. Entering leaves behind a small rift portal, lasting 5 seconds. Energy slowly recharges in the rift, and each enemy killed in there also gives 10 energy, which is super nice. You never really run out of energy with Limbo. So nice to have them in there. But first ability, let's talk about is Banish. Now, if you want a swim ability, this is it. It's not bad, and it's not, yes, it's just not good, to be honest. You don't really get anything out of it except for the augment, but the augment itself just is better to assume something over it, in my opinion, because if you banish enemies into it, making it harder for your teammates to kill. So if you want to play with teammates, just get rid of this ability. Not gonna lie, just get rid of it, you know, just get rid of it. It's not worth it. All right, next ability is Stasis. Now this is nice. This is your crowd control, which is super nice, with a very large radius, which is the complete radius that you are in the rift. The complete rift is where Stasis shines. Now these two do mesh well, but as long as you have Cataclysm open, Banish is irrelevant. So we got Stasis, and next we have Rift Surge. Surge nearby rift bound enemies with a rift energy. When killed, the Rift Surge is transferred to a nearby enemy outside the rift. Surge enemies that leave the rift perform a radial banish, which is so nice. And also with the Rift Surge augment, you also gain a insane damage increase per enemy that is affected by Rift Surge, up to thousands of thousands. So the more enemies there are, the stronger you become. And Limbo, he is a demon, I'll tell you what. And next, his final ability is Cataclysm. A violent blast of void energy tears open a pocket of rift plane, which can sustain itself for a short period before collapsing into another lethal blast, which is not bad and not the worst, but I do recommend you guys run the augment Cataclysm Perfected or something like that. You know, all the I'll put all his augments on the screen right now because I can't remember the names because your boy is slow. But yeah, but that augment is super fun. You can keep your Cataclysm up indefinitely. And what's up, Kenzo? We are doing a video. Thank you. What's giddy, brother? Yes, sir. Say hi, YouTube, guys. Say hi, YouTube. I got 3 shards for ability duration and 2 for casting speed. His Marky says hi. Yet again, that's what I'm talking about. And 2 for casting speed. Now, and with these casting speed, you need on Limbo. His animations are so slow, you will die. No cap, in GTA or in Warframe in this case. Now, let's go. But now we are running a 3 augment setup, but it does really matter. We kill things insanely fast. It does not matter. Now we have corrosive protection, prime sure-footed, blind reach, thermal transfer, rolling guard, overextended, cataclysm continuum, rift torrent, intensify, and prime flow. Just have max energy. So arcane agents, arcane awakening for secondary damage. Now we're focusing on a secondary setup just because it hits a lot harder than your primary, and because the secondary that we're using deals less and less of blast damage as you need to destroy enemies around the room, because it scales and transfers from enemy to enemy. Now we have Thermal Sunder. The reason I chose Thermal Sunder is because when you proc it twice, you gain blast status effect on your weapons, which is so nice and is needed for this setup, as you guys seen in the gameplay earlier. I'm gonna implement that later, so so you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah. And Cataclysmic Continuum makes it to where you can have your Cataclysm up indefinitely, which is so nice. And Rift Torrent, 30% extra damage for each enemy affected by Rift Surge while in the Rift, which is insane damage. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'll say the highest I've gotten is about 4,000 increased damage. Insane. But he does shine way better solo, but he is also very good with team play. Just do not banish your teammates. That's why you should take off banish. It's not worth it, because you will get a lot of hate mail, and you will get a lot, and I mean a lot of reports. People will report you. People do not like Limbo players. I don't know why. That's my boy Marky. He is a main. Because I like Torch, my baby. But just because it's OP. Heat viral. Usual. Now you are gonna proc your blast on from thermal transfer with cold, slowing your enemies, and then you hit them with heat, dealing heat damage, and also priming them with blast, which and thus chain reactions a huge explosion. And thus, with our secondary of choice, which is the Arcurus Prime secondary fortifier, just for a extra layer of resistance. But to be honest, you don't need it, but I do recommend you have it. Because shit can get out of hand. A lot of explosions. If you don't got prime sure-footed, you're gonna get knocked on your butt. And there is mirror damage. So the damage that not mirror damage, but what was it? Radio damage. So you do a radio attack damage, it will come back and hit you back. And stuff like that, and it will knock you down. But Pistol Filmation, I recommend Prime Filmation. Just hit more enemies. Galvanized Shot, Diffusion, Hornet Strike, Frostbite. And the reason I Pathless Round is just because I want my heat to be higher, just so I can get more heat procs. But if you want, you can just prime this again. Just form it again, get what you want. Now we're going complete status with insane damage, and the radio attack damage is about 6,000 with a Nate Blast, Heat, and Viral. That's why we got Galvanized Shot, and then we'll prime with Cold for the first time to slow our enemies. We'll also have another primed status effect, and we'll boost our heat damage when we proc it again, and also boost our blast damage when we proc it again. So it's just additive to each other. It's just it's so sexy. And then I just chose Serrata, because it's Serrata, man. You can't go wrong with a glaive. Can't go wrong with a glaive with radio damage. This is my good old Nautilus setup. Now, as you see, it's a little weird and it's not completely done yet, just because I'm lazy. Yes, I am very lazy, and I just did not want to do it. And I don't have space because I'm lazy. At least I'm honest. But yeah, this is set up. Cordon, Guardian, fired up. Auto Omni, Repair Kit, Vacuum, Regen. Yes, and so Shield Charge and Guardian are nice for helping you shield gate as well. And then we just got Veriglass, that you guys know. I always rock my Veriglass. And the reason I'm priming with Cold and Gas, just because gas spreads status effects, not just from our good old Nautilus, but also from us as well. And also spreading slash damage, thanks to our good old 100 munitions that we got primed on our bed boy, which is so nice. But yeah, guys, that really is the build. And I hope you guys enjoyed today's YouTube video. And I know it's been a while since you've seen your boy Limbo in action, but I wanted to bring it back to you. And thanks you to the homie Marky for giving me the idea to run Limbo. And yeah, man, I'm out, guys. You did catch the next one. Peace.
I feel like Bruno, but call me Uno, cause I got one of them with me. And I'm a beast, pity, this shit gon' bang, shitty, gotta put on for my city, bitch, I keep everything I think I had enough, all this money got me acting up. Niggas be mad as fuck, cause they know I gotta bag it up.